very good afternoon to you. Welcome to World at Noon on Osrc Television. I'm Obi Chukwemeka Oti. Ahead of May 29 handover, the Defense Headquarters has vowed to resist anything that could truncate democracy. The Director of Defense Information, Brigadier General Chukwu Grosso, stated this in Abuja just as the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, threatened to crack down on potential threats to national security. The defense spokesman said the military is ready to protect democracy, adding that the peaceful conduct of the 2023 general elections across the country, including the southeast, despite the sense of insecurity created by criminal elements in the region, is a testament to the resolve to ensure safety in the entire nation. The federal government has extended the deadline for cash withdrawal for security votes till April 15. The Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, NFIU, granted the extension to governors after intense negotiations. The April 15 extension is expected to be ratified at a special meeting convened by the NFIU with the Nigeria Governors Forum and others virtually today. The Naira redesign and the controversies that followed it will also be discussed at the meeting. The NFIU in January gave a March 1 deadline for the end of cash withdrawals from all public accounts. The Jehovah's Witnesses will today celebrate the annual memorial of the death of Jesus Christ. According to a statement by the spokesperson Olusegun Eroyemi, the program will be commemorated globally. The Jehovah's Witnesses had earlier held a global program tagged "You Can Face the Future with Confidence." This, according to Eroyemi, is on the backdrop of widespread economic strength, national conflicts, and social unrest bedeviling the global community. Less than a year after applying for NATO membership, Finland is set to become the newest member of the military alliance. President Sauli Niinisto will travel to Brussels for the ceremony later today. Finland's move away from its historical position of non-alignment follows Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Moscow had said it will strengthen its military positions on border in response. In another development, Russia takes the rotating presidency of the United Nations Security Council this April as President Vladimir Putin faced an arrest warrant from the International Court for War Crimes in Ukraine. Odaya Sawyer reports.
We will welcome Finland as the 31st member of NATO, making Finland safer and our alliance stronger. We will raise the Finnish flag for the first time here at the NATO headquarters. It will be a good day for Finland's security, for Nordic security, and for NATO as a whole.
As the situation in Europe has changed quite much over the last year, I think it gives Finland a new opportunity for better safety in the future. So we have been, for a long time, we've been relying on our independence and neutrality, and now we just realize that that's not the path of the future. Now we need to look for new options for the future.
In some ways, I think it will make Finland a safer place, but then again, we don't know what Russia will do, and it's all like a big question for me. I think so.
It's better than nothing, you know. If we are alone, it's no chance in this situation.
Now we are part of Western Europe and this kind of bigger community, so we are part of this Northern Alliance, so that brings a security to Finland. Yeah.
I'll bring you the report on Russia's taking the rotating presidency of the United Nations Security Council this April as President Vladimir Putin faced an arrest warrant from the International Court for War Crimes in Ukraine. The report is by Odaya Sawyer. We sincerely apologize for our inability to bring you that report at this time. The case against Donald Trump in New York is just one of several investigations swirling around the former U.S. president. Reports say it may not even be the most damaging.
We do know it centers around, a legal, very common confidentiality agreement that was signed years and years ago with Stormy Daniels and between her attorneys and Michael Cohen.
Compared to the other investigations, which include efforts to overthrow or overturn the 2020 election, the New York case seems to be the least serious of them all.
I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
There are certainly names that you would recognize, yes.
Here's this beast out there doing it for me, going out there fighting for me, saying what I feel deep down, and that's attractive. I mean, he may be a narcissist, he may be a sociopath, but he's my narcissist and my sociopath.
It has been half a century since the first public call was made from a handheld portable phone in New York. The man credited with inventing the mobile phone says he had no way of knowing it was a historic moment.
These were primitive times. There was no internet in 1973, believe it or not. And there were no digital cameras. There were no large-scale integrated circuits. And so the unit that we built was put together with a massive number of individual parts. It weighed over a kilo, almost 2.5 pounds. It had a battery life of 25 minutes of talking. The cellular industry is just learning how to do things revolutionize education, revolutionize healthcare, change the whole concept of collaboration. So this is just the beginning. Somehow our governments do have to decide what is there about us that they have to protect. As an example, your medical information. No one should have that except people that you want to have it, and that should be true with your financial information. We haven't figured out how to do all of those things yet.